Test, test. Okay, time for another commentary. I played this game about 2 hours ago, and it was a pretty fun one. With two heroes that are, I think, less popular usually. I'm Lance, and he is Boris. Um, and it'll be a pretty good matchup. I think we're relatively evenly matched. Um, Card draw, as you can see, is important. Kind of a spoiler alert. Whenever I play ally-based cards, I'm usually using Infinity Core somewhere. I mean, I like using Infinity Core whenever, but it's pretty important in ally-based heroes since I need to be able to churn out cards as much as possible. And then I'm using Antimatter, which is a good card to pair with Infinity Core because you can draw more cards, and then once you get Infinity Core, you can go and start returning those allies again. One of the problems with Infinity Core is it only works if you actually have allies in your graveyard, and if you don't have allies in your graveyard, then it's kind of useless. With Antimatter, you get kind of the best of both worlds. You get to draw cards, and then you get to bring them back with Infinity Core. Obviously, you lose getting to play the ally in your hand that deck, but hopefully you drew two cards. So he's got a pretty good early upper hand on me here, but the good thing about lands, which I think I'm slowly realizing, although I still wouldn't use them too often, is that having haste really allows you to play pretty defensively, counter allies that he throws down. Like I just countered his ally. Of course, he destroyed my ally, but that's part of the game. I still haven't dealt him any damage so far, and he started off with more health than I did, I believe. So we'll see what happens here. Start drawing. I basically just need to get the Infinity Core as soon as possible. There you can see me start discarding allies. Save your ability. I mean, discard any cards that you really can't use, but if it's between a relatively useful ability card or attachment or a weapon and an ally, and you have Infinity Core, then discard the ally. Regardless, I'm clearly playing the long game here. Alright, I mean, I have a really good weapon now, so that at least should let me go through. Now I really need an ally, then I can start drawing extra cards, because that's what that weapon does. If you have one ally, that card will let you, that weapon gives you an extra card at the end of your turn. Now I'm on fire, which is kind of a problem. I'm bleeding a lot of health here. Again, I have stronger draw power than he does, so I'm just really hoping that Infinity Core gets here soon. I remembered that I have two forgiveness cards in here, and I always forget that I put a forgiveness card in my deck, but it would really be a good idea if that's something that you remember to do. What that does is, or what you can do with that is, on your very first turn, you can sacrifice a card that you know you're going to use later. Only sacrifice a card that you know you're going to use later, and you're not planning on using it anytime soon. And then that way, when you get forgiveness, you'll go get that card back. Don't use it on any cards that you absolutely need sooner rather than later, because who knows when you actually get forgiveness. Here we go. I got a good ally here that is invulnerable to his to his shadow ability. Of course, I'm down to 5 health, 5 health now. So I really need to catch up. He's still got full health because all I've been doing is defense and building up my hand. There you can see me sacrifice more allies. Luckily, I was able to take out my fire, which is good. I have a tendency to sacrifice healing cards or remove effect cards, and whenever it happens, I almost always get set on fire or poisoned, which always sucks. But that's kind of what you got to do. He has ill-gotten gains, which would give him a lot of draw power coming up soon, but of course I go and take that away. And again, I'm going to need that guy, Artful Dodger or something like that. I'll need him again sometime soon, because if he has cards like Infinity Core or What Big Teeth, that guy is super, super important. Again, you can just see me keep discarding cards here, discarding allies, but that's what you got to do. I'm down to 3 health. He's up over me by 23 health. I only have 1 ally, 1 weapon that I'm not using because I'm using it to draw cards instead. But I do have a lot of hands in my a lot of cards in my hand now. There's finally my Infinity Core, so now I can finally start taking cards back. And I have a lot of resources now, so that'll allow me to draw cards, discard cards, put cards down, and then take something back with Infinity Core, because clear, like, I super, super need to get health back here. Again, right now, yeah, especially, I'm down to 2 health. So let's see what happens here. I'm saving my Shadow ability. I don't want to use it yet until I have a really, really good ally, and usually I'd use it on something to counter with. Here, finally I get to start putting allies down. Use my Spirit Warden, start destroying his allies in the graveyard, start exiling them just in case he has Infinity Core. If they don't have Infinity Core, it's not that big of an ability. It doesn't really defend you or cause any damage, but I feel like whenever you use it, it just makes the other guy panic a little bit. Clearly he's going to go and, oh, he has a What Big Teeth. All right, well, hopefully I'll get my Artful Dodger back, and I need that back because with his 1 ally and his What Big Teeth, then I'm going to stay at this low health indefinitely. His Nightshade there, so I'm back down to 2 health again. So let's see what we got here. There's our Artful Squire, not Artful Dodger. Artful Squire. Take that back. I have Procurator's Sword, so I will take his What Big Teeth back. I usually keep those cards for when they destroy my Infinity Core, but I'll take the risk. I need to start destroying just causing a lot of damage immediately here. So back down to 4 health. He only has the Nightshade, which will only cause 1 damage each time. Book of Curses, I mean, that kind of sucks, but now he's finally focusing on destroying my allies because he knows that I'm slowly starting to bleed him. At one point, sometime here, he actually said, good game, and I think I thought that he had like a supernova or something and the game would be over. I couldn't imagine anybody saying that he still had, like, it was back when he still had like in the high teens or even 20 health. So despite the fact that I was slowly getting my health back up, I assumed that I just assumed that he thought that he had won. And quite frankly, again, all he needs, hey, if he has a Fireball and the Nightshade, like, he wins. Just keep using the Artful Squire. That's really good. I mean, he's down to, he'll be down to 3 health at this point, so I think he wins. I'm pretty sure I win. And I think at this point he said that I was lucky. And I think he was kind of mad about it. Yes, I was pretty lucky on this. If I hadn't gotten Infinity Core any sooner than I had, I probably would have already lost. At the very least, I'd be like down 2 health, and he had gotten me down to 2 health already, so I'd be dead. So that turned out really right in the nick of time. I mean, I felt like I had a really good strategy. I was just having a bad run at it. But luckily, Antimatter kept me drawing cards and have something to draw back. So He gets me down to 4 health, but the game is over. There he is. He quits.